Well, I'm taking the computer apart. I got my gloves on because I don't want to dirty the cables. And I'm about to paint the motherboard. I want the motherboard to stand out a little more, like the white cables stand out. And it seemed like the motherboard hides, like the RAM, everything shows up by the motherboard. I wanted to show a little more, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Yeah, buddy. Well, guys, day number 2 of modding a controller. But what the fuck? Modding a motherboard. As you can see, check it out. Check this sexy beast. Now, right here, I made a mistake with the. Where you left it, sir? Oh, here it is. I committed a mistake. I'm sorry, ASUS, for taking the brand, but I moved this heatsink plate and I messed it up, so I'm sorry. But other than that, check it out. Custom painted motherboard. Sexy beast. It's gonna look even better when it's already on the case. Yeah, buddy.
Before you watch this video, before you watch the whole review, let me warn you. I say a lot of wrong things that probably I should have not said in this video, but I don't give a shit, and if you don't want to hear my accent, do yourself a favor and get the fuck out of this video. But if you still want to watch the whole review of my computer, stick around and listen to my mistakes. I want to welcome everybody to my first PC build video review. It's not gonna be the last one, I can promise you that. Everything on this case is custom painted white. So take a look. I'm gonna do a boot up right now. Look at the beauty. It's got LED light inside. I water cooled my CPU and my GPU. I also painted the trim of the computer, of the case, the NZXT case. I didn't like it. I also painted the logo at the bottom. I didn't like that it was black, and I wanted to have it all built white, including the sticker of Snow White. That is the name of my computer. So stick around and let's watch the components of my computer. Thank you, guys. Let's start off by removing the front panel of this case, the NZXT case. It pulls right out. You have a little bit of hard time sometimes. It all depends how you do it. Now that we got the front panel removed, let's take a look at the fans in the front of the case, and look at this right here. This right here, it's a nice filter, nice feature that the NZXT, the company, did. I really like it. It's very easy to clean, very nice. Look at these fans right here, custom painted Corsair SP120's Quiet Edition fans. I really love them because they're so quiet. Believe me when I say, custom painted the fans, the Corsair SP120s. It was a challenge, but it was a beautiful challenge and a beautiful experience, and I'm willing to do it all over again. Probably I'll do a whole purple build or whatever. Right here we got the H55 radiator all-in-one cooling loop, liquid cooling for my CPU. Also for the front of the case and the fans, I got this fan controller. I really like it. I don't have it hooked up to the motherboard to see the RPM or whatever, but I manually, turn my fans on and off, turn them up all the way. I really do it because it's so fun. It's custom done. I don't follow any rules, and the only rule I follow is enjoyment of working on computer, building and customizing computers. It's really fun. Let's go next. Looking at the inside of the computer, we can appreciate the Corsair H55 water cooling kit, or water loop, however you want to call it, and I'm water cooling my graphics card, my PNY GTX 780. Playing full load before with the stock cooler. I used to go up to 80 to 83 degrees playing Battlefield 4, Far Cry, and when I did the H55 using the adapter, the NZXT Kraken, I think it's called like that, my temperature dropped down to high 50 full load, which is a plus. I did painted the hoses of the water cooling kit. This right here, I use white tape, and you can actually see a little bit of the marks, so I'm going to remove the tape and I'm going to redo it how I did it on the H55 going to the CPU. Right here we can appreciate my PNY GTX 780 Ti Enthusiast Edition using the NZXT Kraken adapter using the H55 water cooling kit. Another awesome feature that I love about this case, it's the way your SSDs are positioned. There's two slots in front of the case to show off your SSDs, and I actually got, to the left we got the 120 SSD where I got Windows 8.1 Pro installed, and to the right is where I got Steam, Origin, and you know the games Far Cry, Battlefield 4, and such. I really like it. I also painted the logo at the bottom, and I installed a sticker of Snow White. Whoa, I about forgot to review the Western Digital VelociRaptor 10,000 RPM. I use it for video storage, video recording, using Shadowplay. It's really nice, very nice. I love this 1TB hard drive. Let's move into the case. Cable management for me is very important. You can see the adapters here. I tied everything, every cable has to be tied up into the chassis. I hate loose cables. I hate people that have horrible cable management on their computer. I like to know what cable does what and what cables are doing what. So cable management is the #1 thing that you should really look out when you're building a PC. Looking at the back of the case, we can also appreciate that I got pull and push configuration from the H55. We are pushing and pulling hot air out of the case, and also on top of the case I got two 140mm fans. I didn't really custom both, like I didn't painted both of them, I only painted one, and I got, you know, hot air coming out of the case when, you know, in case things get hot inside, just to prevent any shit, you know, the heat from the RAM and whatever. I pulled these two fans out, and I did a lot of tests to decide which fans I wanted in there, and I did a lot of, you know, like the classical paper test, and we can actually see it right here on the screen how much air is being pulled out of the case into the vent, and actually it's very nice. I'm very happy about it, and honestly I could not ask for anything better. No heat inside of my case. I almost forgot to review the RAM of my computer, installed it on my computer. I got the Corsair LP. I'm only running 8GB right now. I will upgrade later. I'm running these SSDs because, SSDs, what the hell, I'm running this RAM right here because of the color that matches my case, and I did a lot of reviews, and actually it's an okay RAM. I'm running 1600 megahertz or gigahertz, or correct me if I'm wrong. Let's look at the back of the case now. Alright, we're here. Looking at the back of the case, we can also see that I custom painted the power supply, the PCI slots, you know, the little metal things. I painted them, and actually it was really fun doing it. I also took out the one for the PNY GTX 780, and I also freaking painted that, and actually it looks so gorgeous, it looks so beautiful, because it used to be black, like the PCI slots used to be black, and I actually spray painted everything, and let me tell you something, it was so fun. One of the greatest things about this case too that I forgot, look at that right there, I'm pointing that I painted that. One of the other great things about this case is that you cannot see the power supply. I also got the Corsair CX 750 watts. Look at that right there, how beautiful it looks. My graphics card, that just looks gorgeous. It's amazingly beautiful. I messed up right there. Yes, I zoomed out of the camera to show that I didn't make mistakes. Yes, I did a lot of mistakes, but look at that right there, custom painted. Who does that nowadays? Everybody has their regular fucking colors: black, red, blue lead, blah. I'm sick of those colors. Everywhere I look, black TVs, black everything. Use a spray can and spray the shit out of things and have fun doing it, just the way I did it. Another feature that I added into this build, it's support my graphics card. I haven't seen a lot of YouTubers talking about this, but I don't want my graphics card hanging from the motherboard. That's something that would really hurt the input of the PCI from the graphics card. So what I did, I used a bolt, a screw, I measured it out, make sure it's level, I bolted into the chassis of the case to give my computer, my graphics card an stability, so it's strong. I didn't want my graphics card hanging, and as you can see, there is a fan right there. It's like a 90 or 80 millimeter fan blowing into the card, and it's putting some weight into the card. And when I noticed that the motherboard of the graphics card was starting to bend, I didn't like that. So I said, I have to come up with something to support my graphics card due to the cables that coming down from the graphics card into the bottom of the chassis. So guys, if you're a PC builder, you may want to do that. Another feature that made me fall in love with this motherboard, the ASUS 6 formula, it's that already has pre-inputs for water cooling, custom water cooling loop, which eventually I'm going to do in the future. That's to keep your motherboard and your CPU nice and cold for high performance. Like I said, I'm going to do it down the line. I didn't do it this time because it's my first time. Here are some pictures of me removing the motherboard, custom painting it. It was so fun, guys. Like I said, check it out. That's the final product, and that's what's inside. It's Snow White. A couple of things that I forgot to review is that I'm using the Intel i7 4790. It's an okay chipset. It's not like an overclocker chipset, or I don't know if it is or not. I didn't want to get the 4790K. I said it's enough if I get the i7 4790. It's one of the best right now. Well, actually the 4790K is the best. But I'm also using all fans Corsair SP120. So yeah guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you. I love you guys.